There is nothing more disturbing to me than hearing another B2B consultant. So whether you're in marketing, IT, tax and accounting, you're an investment advisor, whatever title you want to carry, right? There's nothing more disturbing to me than hearing someone who is responsible for the welfare and responsible for the development of other business owners and entrepreneurs saying something to the effect of, look, service makes sense, what you're sharing is valuable, but my clients, they won't take advantage of it. They're not smart enough. They don't desire to level up. They don't have the wherewithal to make a decision that will be in their best interest. It burns me to my core. When I started out as an investment advisor several years ago, several plus years ago, wow, I keep forgetting how old I am sometimes. Anyway, over 10 years ago, almost 20 years ago, I did it because of the desire to give back to the community, to pour into the community and give people access to information, insight, and perspective that I know they weren't getting. The bottom line is I knew the majority of those individuals in that profession who were succeeding and achieving at a high level weren't driving south for 12 miles, right? They were working with individuals who lived north for 12 miles, just be transparent, right? So oftentimes I knew individuals who hailed from the community I hailed from, right? And I don't discriminate, but the bottom line is it is what it is. I knew the majority of African American households and business owners just weren't getting access to the same information. They weren't getting access to the same opportunities. There was like a glass ceiling in terms of information being disseminated. And yes, we have the internet. And yes, you can go online and acquire a great deal of information. But the bottom line is information and wisdom are two different things. And the bottom line is a lot of wisdom wasn't being imparted in the community. And that irked me. And so that's one of the reasons why I decided to become an investment advisor. And, I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but I know every single person I sat in front of, I made sure that they at least had the option to do better, right? There's a scene in Malcolm X, the movie, right, where Elijah Muhammad is having the first conversation with Malcolm X, right? Denzel Washington's playing his character. And he puts a glass of dirty water and he puts a glass of clean water on the table. And he says, look, people will drink dirty water because they're accustomed to it, right? That's what they'll do. They'll drink the dirty water because they are accustomed to it. They're accustomed to the taste, they're accustomed to the flavor, they're accustomed to the texture, right? And I'm kind of elaborating a little bit on this metaphor. But he said, you give them access to clean water, and once they begin to discern the difference, they'll drink it. And that's how I feel about my responsibility being an entrepreneur, working within the ecosystem, and knowing that there are individuals who oftentimes look to me for direction, look to me for information and insight. My responsibility is to give you access to the clean water. And if you decide not to drink that clean water, that's on you. But I am not going to make the decision to not share the clean water with you. I'm not going to basically commit the same offense that we would accuse others of committing and so-called holding our community down. I'm not going to be one of those individuals that will turn around and do the exact same thing, right? It's almost like individuals are acting like gatekeepers, like prejudging individuals. It just burns me to my core because I easily could have been one of those individuals. I didn't grow up in manicured neighborhoods. I didn't grow up in a wealthy family. I didn't grow up having access to certain things. I scratched and clawed to get there, and I was fortunate that I had teachers and I had individuals who thought enough of me to be transparent and say, look, these are your options, choose wisely, right? So I don't know, I just had to go on this brief rant about that because it literally just burns me to my core. I just had that conversation twice today with some individuals who shall remain nameless, but I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Look, the worst type of affliction that a community can endure is self-affliction. Stop it.